Veronica, wake up.
I need my coffee. Oh yeah, I'm Veronica.
And I'm Amber.
We'll be your hosts today on Continental News. This newscast talks about breaking news around the world.
Today, our news reporters talking about recent news will be Gavin, Brielle, Felipe, Sean, Michael, Veronica, and me, Amber. Coming up first will be who?
Gavin, talking about Tom Brady and what he is doing in his retirement.
Thanks, Veronica. Hi, I'm Gavin, here with the latest news on Tom Brady and what he's been up to in his retirement. Tom Brady has been very busy this year since retiring from football. He had starred in several commercials. His Hertz commercial with Yvonne Orji was his first commercial. The setting is an interview. Yvonne convinces him to rent a Hertz rental car. Brady took the spotlight again, this time dressed as a cowboy in the BetMGM commercial, alongside Vince Vaughn. Even his old babysitter stars in the commercial as she is being interviewed by Vince Vaughn. His best commercial yet aired during the Super Bowl. New England's beloved Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Tom Brady team up for a Dunkin' commercial where Tom debuts as a DJ and plays catch with Ben and Matt. Jennifer Lopez makes a small cameo in the clip. Brady has been busy co-hosting the Let's Go podcast with Larry Fitzgerald and Jim Gray. The Let's Go podcast interviews former NFL players and future Hall of Famers. Tom's TB12 company continues to be successful in his retirement. TB12 sells protein powders, supplements, electrolytes, apparel, and sporting gear. Tom is also a part-time owner of the NFL team, the Las Vegas Raiders. Tom's currently appearing on the International E1 season, 2024. He just bought an E1 World Champion speedboat racing team. In Tom's free time, he enjoys surfing, playing golf, and spending time with his 3 kids. I'm excited for the 2024-2025 football season and Brady's next big thing as a Fox NFL analyst alongside Kevin Burkhardt. I think Brady should team up with Tony Romo. That would be a dynamic duo. Thanks for tuning in. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Gavin. Yeah, I've seen all of Tom Brady's commercials.
Yeah, my favorite is the Dunkin's one.
Next up is Brielle talking about dog care.
Thanks, Amber. Hi, I'm Brielle, and today I'll be discussing how a pet owner should take care of their dog. First, you have to know how to clean your dog properly. Cleaning your dog is very important because if you don't clean your dog, they'll get sick. First, you should give them a bath. Give them a bath without their collar so their collar won't get wet. Make sure the water is warm because warm water will relax them most. And also, don't use the shower faucet the first time you give your dog a bath. When my mom and I tried using the shower faucet, we gave my dog Mally a bath. She got so scared she started barking and tried jumping out of the tub. You should use a cup to rinse your dog off instead of the shower faucet. When you take your dog out of the bath, make sure to pick them up with a towel so that when you pick them up, you can just wrap them in a towel and you won't get wet. You should also brush your dog's teeth every day so your dog's breath doesn't smell bad. If you don't brush your dog's teeth will not be healthy and they won't be as strong as they should be. And also, if you don't have any cleaning supplies, you can take your dog to the nearby grooming office. Next, you need to make sure your dog is healthy. You need to make sure you're giving your dog the right kind of food and the right amount of food. If your dog gets the wrong type of food, your dog could become sick. You also have to give your dog the right amount of food. If your dog doesn't get enough food or too much food, your dog will get sick. You should also take your dog to the vet for checkups. My mom and I go to the vet once a year for checkups because when your dog turns 1 year old, then you bring your dog to the vet once a year. My dog is 2.5 years old. You need to make sure your dog is getting enough exercise, like taking them on a walk every now and then. I take my dog for a walk every day after school, and if I don't have school, I take my dog for a walk after breakfast. Then you have to make sure your dog is safe wherever you live and your home is clean. So if your area has many criminals or jailbreaks, then you probably shouldn't have a dog just so dogs are safe, unless you have a guard dog. Make sure your house is clean so your dog can live in a comfortable and clean house. If you have young children or younger siblings, make sure to teach them how to treat the dog nicely. If you have a new dog, make sure to let them get used to the house they will be living in, and talk to them gently without touching them. Also, before you pet your dog, you should always let them sniff your hand or fingers before you pet them. Lastly, you need to teach your dog not to bite or ruin furniture and potty train them. By doing this, instead of yelling at them when they do something wrong, try talking to them in a soft baby voice and tell them that it's not okay to ruin furniture or bite. That's what I do and it works, so don't yell at your dog when they make a mistake. We all make mistakes. Thanks for listening and I hope this helped. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Brielle, for talking about how to take care of your dog.
I didn't know that if you talk to your dog in a softer voice, they will listen to you.
Yeah, maybe I should tell my dad that. So, who's up?
Felipe.
Oh, that's right. Next up is Felipe with the top 5 best vacation spots in the U.S.
Thank you, Veronica. Hi, I'm Felipe. You all most likely know that spring break and summer vacation are coming up. There are also probably families that are looking for a nice vacation spot that are having trouble finding a place to go to. Well, I'm to the rescue. Today, I will be sharing the top 5 best vacation spots in the USA. Starting off at number 5, you have Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone is an outdoor enthusiast paradise with beautiful forests, vast meadows, geysers, mountains, canyons, and waterfalls. Yellowstone's wildlife consists of black and grizzly bears, wolves, bison, elk, and buffalo. Visitors can also explore the hot springs of the West Thumb Geyser Basin, Lewis River Canal, and Dogshed Loop. This fascinating place has 4 million visitors every year and spreads out through parts of Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Next up at number 4, we have Honolulu, Oahu. Honolulu has a nice urban appeal with beautiful beaches such as Waikiki Beach, Kuhio Beach, Kahala Beach, Eternity Beach, and many more. There are also so many little stores selling traditional Hawaiian items. Honolulu also has many attractions such as Pearl Harbor National Memorial, Leahi Turtle Canyon Snorkel Adventure, jet snorkeling and turtle and dolphin in Monkseal Bay. You can even swim with dolphins. For lucky number 3, we have Grand Canyon National Park, measuring approximately 277 river miles in length, up to 18 miles in width, and a mile deep. If you enjoy the wonders of nature and a nice relaxing hike, you should most definitely visit the South Rim. The South Rim is home to the Grand Canyon Town and the Bright Angel Trail. For people who enjoy backwoods camping and hardcore hiking, the North Rim is for you. The North Rim has unforgettable views, and there's even a helicopter tour. At number 2 on the list, we have Maui, Hawaii. Maui is a very popular vacation spot for families, friends, solo traveler, and even honeymoons. A very popular place to visit on this amazing Hawaiian island is Haleakala National Park. It has many different types of hikes with a beautiful view. If you're looking for a nice beach to go to for a swim and relax on the sand of Maui, you should make sure to take a visit to Kaanapali Beach. This beach has one of the best strips of white sand on Maui and stretches out for 3 miles. Last but not least, at number 1, we have Glacier National Park in Montana. A great place to visit at Glacier National Park is the St. Mary area, with tons of outdoor activities in St. Mary Lake. Another great part of Glacier National Park is the Trail of the Cedars. This trail is about 1 mile long, goes through a red cedar forest and a bridge going over Avalanche Creek with beautiful views. This national park is ranked as one of the best vacation spots in the USA for a reason. So if you have the time, you should definitely go for a visit. I definitely want to take a vacation in Glacier National Park. Thanks for watching. Back to you in the studio.
We need a vacation,
How about Yellowstone?
but there's grizzly bears.
Oh, I did hear that some grizzly bears actually killed people there.
Yeah, no, we're not going there.
Next up is Sean.
Reporting about Air Jordans.
Thanks, Amber. Hi, my name is Sean. Today I will be reporting about the Air Jordan 1s inspired by the famous Michael Jordan. Have you ever heard of the Air Jordan 1 sneakers? Have you ever owned a pair or wished to buy them? They are very popular today. The shoes were originally designed in 1985 by Pierre Morse, Tigger Hatfield, and Bruce Kilgore for the Chicago Bulls NBA star Michael Jordan. Michael's parents convinced him to go to Nike. He had never worn a Nike shoe before. Named Air Jordan 1s, the original sneakers were red, white, and black, and had the Nike logo. Jordan appeared on the basketball court wearing these new kicks on November 17, 1984. These popular shoes were available to the public on April 1st, 1985. The first pair of Jordans cost $65, but now some cost around $250 for men and $160 for girls. They were originally designed for the average American basketball player and are one of the most popular sneakers in the world. Now the Air Jordans are more of a stylish sneaker than a basketball shoe. The shoes are named after Michael Jordan's nickname, Air Jordan, for his ability to fly in the air and dunk a basket. Michael Jordan is thought of the greatest basketball player of all time. He led the Chicago Bulls to 3 national NBA championships. He retired October 6, 1993, and he earned over $94 million during his 15 years in the NBA. Jordan also earned over $2.4 billion endorsing products for Nike, McDonald's, and Gatorade. Michael makes over $5.5 million a day from royalties. Next time you go shopping for a pair of shoes, think about Michael Jordan's shoes. Back to you in the studio.
I hope basketball players won't consider these for the game. They are more for looks.
Yeah, those look really fancy. I wouldn't want to crease them.
Hey, have you heard of the blobfish?
Yeah, I wonder if there are any other weird animals like it.
Speaking of unusual animals, next up is Michael talking about them.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Michael. Do you want to know about the 5 weirdest aquatic animals? I have some to tell you about. The first one is called the frilled shark. Frilled sharks are eel-like creatures and have 300 razor-sharp teeth. Not much is known about them by scientists, but when caught by deep-sea fishermen, things are learned about them. They live 1,500 feet deep in the sea. They are named for their frilly-looking gills. Their diet is mostly squid. That is all for the frilled shark. Next, we have the Japanese spider crab. This creature has a very long leg span, reaching over 12 feet when spread out. It lives up to 1,500 feet deep in the ocean. They thrive in the cold. It releases its eggs in shallow water. That's all for the Japanese spider crab. Third, we have the blobfish. In 2013, it was voted the ugliest aquatic animal. It has no bones or muscles, making it similar to Jello. When it is in its natural habitat, it is actually kind of cute. The change in pressure is what makes it look like a blob. Other than that, not much is known about the blobfish. Next up, we have the stargazer. The stargazer lives deep in the water off the coast of New York to North Carolina. It grows up from 8 to 22 inches. It is currently up against the blobfish for the title Ugliest Aquatic Animal. They also are known to have lots of spots, and personally, I think these things are horrifying. Finally, we have the Dumbo octopus. Dumbo octopus is named after the movie Dumbo because of its large ears. It actually swims with its ears. It can grow up to 12 to 30 inches. Not much is known about the Dumbo octopus because they live very deep in the ocean. What I do know is that they are very cute. That is all for now. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you back in the studio next time. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, the stargazer is as weird as the blobfish.
The stargazer is actually kind of scary.
Next up is Veronica talking about the life and career of Joel Embiid.
Thanks, Amber. Good morning, Continental News. Hi, I'm Veronica. Have you ever heard of the NBA star Joel Embiid? If you haven't heard of him, then you're in luck. Today I will be telling you about the life of Joel Embiid and how he has come so far in his basketball career. Joel Embiid was born in Yaoundé, Cameroon, which is a country located in Africa, on March 16, 1994. He was raised by his parents, Thomas and Christine Embiid. When Joel Embiid was a child, he loved to play sports. He would play volleyball and soccer most of the time. Joel was more interested and more involved in volleyball and soccer as a kid. In fact, when Joel Embiid was 15 years old, he actually wanted to make a career out of volleyball and not basketball yet. But that idea slowly changed. It all started when Joel started watching NBA basketball games on TV. After watching lots of basketball, he was inspired by his favorite basketball players, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, and Patrick Ewing, to start learning how to play basketball. Later in the year 2009, Joel met up with the first man in Joel's country to play Division I basketball, Joe Tomaru, to talk about Joel's future. The conflict, though, was that Embiid's dad was worried that Joel would not keep up in school and would concentrate too much on basketball. But his dad agreed to let his beloved son play basketball, and soon Joel would be considered as the greatest NBA star. In 2010, Joel Embiid moved to the United States to attend 2 high schools, Montverde Academy and soon after the Rock School. In both of those schools, Joel was a phenomenal basketball player, and he was voted the top incoming center for college basketball. Many colleges wanted Joel to play for them, but it all came down to one college, and Joel picked the University of Kansas. In 2013, Joel Embiid played one season for the Kansas City Jayhawks and was given the title of Big 12's Defensive Player of the Year. He was having a fantastic basketball season and was ready for his next season, but suddenly he got a stress fracture in his spine. Luckily enough, he was still able to be in the 2014 NBA Draft. Joel Embiid was the third pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, and he was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers. Today, Joel Embiid is a fantastic center on the Philadelphia 76ers. He scores the average of 35 points a game and is a very popular NBA star. Embiid was also declared the MVP of the year in 2022. I have a feeling that he will be the next Michael Jordan. Thanks for listening. Back to you in the studio.
I can't believe his height. He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he is pretty tall. Anyways, next up is Amber, talking about Asian pop culture.
Thanks, Veronica. Hi, I'm Amber, and today I'll be talking about Asian pop culture. The first topic I'll be talking about is Kirby. Kirby is the main character of a video game series. He lives on planet Popstar, is 8 inches tall, and uses his special abilities to save Dreamland from the greedy King Dedede. There are a total of 34 games in the series. There is a Kirby Cafe in Tokyo, Japan, with foods including foods in some of the games like the Kirby Burger and the Kirby Cake. The first game, Kirby's Dream Land, was released in 1992 when Kirby was founded. You can play the newer games on Nintendo Switch. There are also amiibos, which are figures that you can use in games to get power-ups or rare objects. All the amiibos that are Kirby-themed are Kirby, Waddle Dee, King Dedede, and Metaking. The Kirby amiibo was released on June 9th, 2016, and all the other Kirby-themed amiibos were released the day after. There is an official Kirby game website that has videos, crafts, and it shows you all the games and tells you about them. Kirby is a character that you can use in the game Super Smash Bros. Kirby is also turned into merchandise like t-shirts, beanies, stuffed animals, and blind boxes. My second topic on Asian pop culture is Sanrio. Sanrio is a company of 8 cute characters and 18 characters in all, including Hello Kitty. It is Sanrio's 50th anniversary this year. The company's main message is getting along together. In Irvine, California, there is a Hello Kitty Grand Cafe that features a full Hello Kitty themed food section. There are also 2 Hello Kitty cafes in Las Vegas. Did you know that Sanrio means Saint River in Spanish? There is a Sanrio website where you can buy stuff like plushies, shirts, stationery, and more. They also have different series like the Forest Friends series, Matcha Sweet series, and the Super Pink series. Sanrio has collaborated with 17 companies. There are Sanrio shops in different parts of California, and there's even a shop in Hawaii. Sanrio has a YouTube channel, and you can play My Hello Kitty Cafe on Roblox. You can also buy wallpapers, calendars, blind boxes, and gift cards on the Sanrio website. The last topic is Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli produces feature films and has made 23 feature-length films. There is a Studio Ghibli website where you can buy all the films they produced. Studio Ghibli was founded in 1985 by Isao Takahata and Hayao Miyazaki. In Japan, there is the Ghibli Museum that was designed by Hayao Miyazaki. Most of the films that Studio Ghibli produced ranked number 1 at the box office in Japan the year they were released. Spirited Away was given the award of Golden Bear in 2002 as Best Feature Film at the Berlin International Film Festival. Spirited Away also won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature Film in 2002 and made the most money. The newest film produced by Studio Ghibli was The Boy and the Blue Heron. The Boy and the Blue Heron won the Oscar for Best Animation in 2024. I think you should definitely check out all of these websites, and I hope you enjoyed my story about Asian pop culture. Back to you in the studio.
I love Sanrio and Kirby.
What's your favorite Sanrio character?
My favorite character is Cinnamon Roll and Hello Kitty.
Did you know that all of those brands came from Japan?
That's so interesting.
Well, that's all we've got for today.
Thanks for watching, and come back next time for more Continental News.
Good morning, Londonderry. Thanks for joining us today on Sunny Day News. First, we have Avery doing a biography on Alex Morgan.
Thanks, Sydney and Isabella. Hello, everyone. My name is Avery. Today I will be reporting a feature story on the U.S. Olympian athlete Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan is a famous female soccer player for the U.S. women's national team since 2010. Alex Morgan was born in San Dimas, California on July 2, 1989. As a kid, she grew up playing multiple sports. However, she didn't pick up the game of soccer until she was 14. She picked up the game fast and became a fierce competitor. She was a 3-time All-League pick and named NSCAA All-American during her high school soccer career. Alex went on to play soccer at the University of California, Berkeley, scoring 45 goals in collegiate years. Alex Morgan plays forward, which I also play. She made her World Cup debut in 2011, where she appeared in 5 matches and scored twice. During the 2012 London Olympics, Alex earned her spotlight by scoring her 123rd-minute goal in the USA's epic semifinal win against Canada. Alex and her teammates won the gold medal in the finals against Japan, winning a 2-1 victory. As a star soccer player, Alex continued to play on the U.S. women's national team, which competed in the 2015 World Cup, 2016 Olympics, and 2019 World Cup. They were successful in the 2015 and 2019 World Cups, winning both championships. In 2023, the USWNT didn't make it to the finals. Hopefully they will have better luck in the 2024 World Cup, which will be held in Colombia during August 31st through September 22nd, 2024. Alex Morgan is currently training very hard for the 2024 World Cup. I hope that you enjoyed learning about Alex Morgan. Don't forget to tune in this summer to watch Alex and the U.S. women's national team compete in their next World Cup games. I know I will be watching. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know she was on a soccer team since 2010.
Not just any soccer team, the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah, that's right. We now have Drew with 6 good plays in a Patriots Super Bowl.
Thanks, Sydney. Hi, my name is Drew, and today I'll be telling you about the top Super Bowl plays for the New England Patriots. The Patriots have been to 11 Super Bowls, so I'm only going to be talking about the best plays in the most recent Super Bowls for the Pats. Starting off is defenseman Ty Law's pick in Super Bowl 36. This pick six helped the Patriots earn points on the scoreboard. Without this pick six, the other team could have scored and it would have been a whole different outcome. Next, we have Adam Vinatieri's 48-yard kick in Super Bowl 36. This 48-yard kick helped out the Patriots claim victory. Next up is the famous pick by defenseman Malcolm Butler in Super Bowl 49 of 2015. This pick got all Pats fans to jump up out of their seats. It was the last play of the game that clinched the Super Bowl ring for the Patriots. Next, we have Julian Edelman's insane catch in Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. This catch was in the middle of 3 defenders. No one thought he caught it, but he did. It was an unbelievable catch in the 4th quarter of the game. Running back James White scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime in Super Bowl 51. Scoring this touchdown made everyone cheering for the Pats go crazy. Now for the showman himself, Rob Gronkowski's important catch in Super Bowl 53. No one scored after 50 minutes of playing, and this catch set up the first touchdown for the Pats. If Gronk did not catch this, it probably would have taken longer for the Patriots to score. Thanks for listening. I can't wait to see what amazing football plays the Patriots score in future Super Bowls. Back to you in the studio.
They played in 11 Super Bowls? Wow.
That gave me some info for when my dad watches football.
Yeah, and now Ellie will tell us about the top 5 best pets. Take it away, Ellie.
Thank you, Isabella. Hi, my name is Ellie, and today I'm going to be talking to you about pets. You may know that many people have pets. Personally, I don't. However, if you're like me and want to get a pet but can't decide which pet to get, I can help you decide. Here are the top 5 best pets in the United States. These pets are great for families and younger kids, and they would probably be great pets for you. Number 5 on the list is a bird. Birds are pretty intelligent animals and can easily be trained. Some, like parrots, can even learn to talk. Birds are smaller animals and can live in small buildings like apartments and don't require too much care. While you're at school or work for a while, they won't get upset as they do well alone. Birds aren't picky eaters and eat many things such as bugs, fruit, seeds, flowers, small mammals, eggs, fish, buds, and even spiders. Birds are also somewhat inexpensive and are great with kids. There are 6.1 million households in the U.S. with a bird as a pet. Number 4 is hamsters, guinea pigs and hamsters. There are 13 different breeds of guinea pigs. If you're allergic to animal fur, then you should get a hairless guinea pig. They act the same, but they just have no fur. Guinea pigs have a lifespan of 5 to 6 years, but if you're lucky, they can live 8. They also have great senses of smell and hearing. Hamsters are one of the most common family pets. They are small animals, and because you have to be gentle with them, your kids can learn to be careful with animals. Hamsters are easy to care for and don't get sick often. Both of them are small and don't need large living spaces. They both don't need too much care. They are okay to be left alone for a while and are owned by about 6.7 million families in the U.S. Number 3 is a freshwater fish. Fish don't need grooming and usually don't have to go to the vet. They don't really need much attention except for food, and they don't need to go outside daily. Apparently, watching a fish swim around in a tank helps reduce stress. They're great because their tanks don't really take up much space, and they can teach kids responsibility by having to weekly clean their tank, feeding them daily, and making sure they're not sick. Freshwater fish are owned by about 11.1 million U.S. households. Number 2 on the list is cats. I personally love cats and think they should be number 1, but they're close enough. Most cats don't need to go outside, and they don't need to use the bathroom outside, as they can have a litter box that doesn't immediately need to be cleaned. Cats are quiet for your neighbors, require low maintenance, and live long lives. The oldest cat was 38 years old, but cats usually live about 16 years. Cats are good for apartments as they do well in small areas, are easy to train at home, and cost much less than dogs. Cats are owned by about 46.5 million U.S. households. Speaking of dogs, number 1 on the list is dogs. Dogs can reduce stress and because of that can help you live longer. They also keep you company and make sure you stay active. Because dogs often need to go outside with a supervisor, you can get some fresh air and sunlight while outside. They can make you much happier and can get you more social with other dog owners. Dogs are owned by about 65.1 million households in the U.S., so now you can decide which pet you should get and why. If I could have a pet, I would want a cat. Thanks for listening. Back to you in the studio.
Dogs are the best pets? I thought guinea pigs were.
Nah, it's a turtle. Time for Sydney with zodiac signs.
Thanks, Isabella. Hi, I'm Sydney. Today I'll be talking about zodiac signs. In a galaxy filled with stars, there is a belt of space around the Earth called the zodiac. When stars align, they create a sort of picture called a constellation. Zodiac signs are 12 well-known constellations. They predict your personality depending on what day you're born. There are so many different zodiac signs. Let me tell you a little about each. Aries, the ram, is the months of March 21st to April 19th. People of Aries tend to get angry but forget what they're angry about, and they are easily bored. Taurus, the bull, is from April 20th to May 20th. Tauruses just want to cuddle. When you're with a Taurus, it's all or nothing. Gemini, the twins, is from May 21st to June 20th. Geminis are characteristic and could talk to a wall. Cancer, the crab, is from June 21st to July 22nd. They tend to seek comfort and fix other people's problems. Leo, the lion, is from July 23rd to August 22nd. People of this zodiac want to stand out and are interested in luxurious things. Virgo, the virgin, runs from August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgos have a million ideas a second, and they also need to feel useful. Libra, the balance scale, runs from September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras hate being alone. They also try to avoid fights too. Scorpius, or Scorpio, the scorpion, are birth dates October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpions are actually okay with awkward silence. With a Scorpio, you can never tell if they're serious. Sagittarius, the archer, are birth dates November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittariuses have no indoor voice and are party animals. Capricorn, the goat, is from December 22nd to January 18th. Capricorns are very mature and considered responsible friends. Aquarius, the vase, is January 19th to February 19th. Aquarius believe in conspiracy theories and like to be free. Pisces, the fish, is birth dates February 20th to March 20th. They think everything is a sign and also like fantasy. People used to use these zodiac signs as a calendar and a compass in the night sky. Ancient civilizations used zodiacs to tell where gods were, but today we use them to read our horoscopes. If you want to learn more about your personality, read more about your zodiac sign. Back to you in the studio.
I didn't know signs could be used as a compass, but I did know that I was a Scorpio. Interesting what my personality is. Next, we have James with his tragic Hurricane Katrina.
Thanks, Isabella. Hi, I'm James, and today I will be talking about the horrific deadly storm Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina was a catastrophic hurricane that was the largest and third deadliest hurricane to hit the Gulf Coast of the United States on August 3, 2005. During Hurricane Katrina, an estimated 1,833 people did unfortunately die, but the ones who were still alive were left homeless along the Gulf of Mexico coastline, and in New Orleans especially. The storm surge from Katrina was 20 feet 6 meters high. It took around 3 weeks for the water to recede. Hurricane Katrina caused approximately $161 billion in damage, the costliest hurricane on record. The storm affected over 15 million people in different varying ways, from having to evacuate their homes, rising gas prices, and the Gulf Coast economy suffered greatly. President George W. Bush, who was president at the time, believed that this historic event would take years for Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana to rebuild and recover from this drastic storm. They're still rebuilding and recovering from the storm, still today. Around 705 people are reported missing and have not been recovered since this horrific event. You can help rebuild the communities affected by donating to the Hurricane Katrina Relief Fund, or take vacation to this area and give money to the people and local businesses. Thanks for tuning in. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, all those poor 1,333 people who died.
Sydney?
Oh yeah, right. And now Isabella with the top 5 weirdest animals.
Thanks, Sydney. Hi, I'm Isabella. Today I'll be reporting on the top 5 strangest animals in the world. First up is the platypus. These creatures live in eastern Australia and Tasmania. The platypus and its relative, Enchidias, are the only mammal that lay eggs. The platypus looks odd because it has a bill and webbed feet like a duck, and a flat tail like a beaver. The platypus is sometimes called the duck-billed. The platypus's scientific name is orthodontis. Its body is 15 to 24 inches long. The platypus has a sharp spur on each back leg that contain poison that they use for fighting during mating season. Second is the naked mole rat. The naked mole rat has wrinkly, pink, grayish, and light purple skin with brown on their backs and tails. They have heads and powerful jaw muscles and large incisors to dig tunnel. A queen mole rat weighs 71 grams. Mole rats live in eastern Africa and spend most of the time in burrows, tunnels that they make in grassy regions. The naked mole rat lives 10 to 30 years. The mole rat has tiny eyes which makes them blind, so their sense of smell is very important. Naked mole rats don't eat meat, they eat plants and don't drink water. The third strangest animal is the enchidia. The enchidia lays eggs and has a keen sense of smell, useful for locating mates in danger and sniffing for food. They also have claws for digging burrows. Another cool fact about them is that they have long snouts for opening logs and finding termite mounds. Males also have a spur on each hind leg. Unlike the platypus, it doesn't have poison. Coming in at number 4 is the pink fairy armadillo. The pink fairy armadillo is about the size of a dollar bill. They live in central Argentina and spend most of their time underground. The pink fairy armadillo eats ants and larvae. The fifth strangest animal is the pangolin. The pangolin is cool because when you touch it, it turns into a ball. These creatures live in Asia and Africa. They eat termites and ants and are recognized for their full armor and scales. Pangolins are hunted for their armor and are created into boots, bags, and belts. 8 species of pangolins are protected under national and international laws, and 2 are listed critically endangered on the red list of threatened species. The government will no longer allow pangolin scales for medicine purposes as well. I hope you enjoyed learning about the top 5 world's strangest animals. Back to you, Sydney.
Some of those animals are really weird, like the platypus. I didn't know they were poisonous. I thought they were just cute, snuggly animals.
Last but most definitely not least, Morgan with Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you. Hi, I am Morgan, and I will be reporting a feature story on the famous actor Ryan Reynolds. Have you ever seen a movie starring Ryan Reynolds? I bet you have. This talented actor has been in 60 movies or more. Do you know what his top movies are or top watched? Well, you will after that. Did you know Ryan Reynolds has 3 kids with his wife, Blake Lively? Ryan Reynolds' kids are named James, Inez, and Betty, who are all girls. They have quietly welcomed their 4th child and have not told their name or gender. Ryan Reynolds was also previously married to an actress, Scarlett Johansson. Do you know Ryan Reynolds has been acting since he was 13 when he got a Nickelodeon show? Some of his older movies that he appeared in are Lots and Dove, Outlaw Years, and X-Files, all while working nights at a grocery store. Then Ryan Reynolds moved to Hollywood and his career took off. Then he started to play in lots of movies like The Proposal, Smoking Aces, X-Men's Original Wolverine, Green Lantern, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Christmas Carol. Now you know a lot about Ryan Reynolds, and maybe you can watch some of his movies that I listed. Ryan Reynolds is a talented actor. I hope to see him appear in a bunch more movies. Ryan Reynolds, will you marry me?
No!
Back to you guys in the studios.
Have you ever seen any of the movies?
Yeah, I've seen Free Guy, but that wasn't her list.
Yeah, well, she's not going to say all the movies he's played in.
Well,
Thanks for joining us today on Sunny Day News.
Good morning, this is Lesieures News coming to you live from Londonderry.
Today we will be reporting on exciting news from around the world.
First, we have Malcolm talking about the top 3 weirdest inventions.
Thank you, Knox and Haley. Hi, my name is Malcolm. Today I will be talking to you about the top 3 weirdest inventions in the world. These inventions are so bizarre that they might just surprise you. First, we have the Dynasphere, created by John A. Curzon, Somerset, UK in 1930. This invention was built to resemble a big tire rolling down the street, and it was meant to be a car. It was invented to hold more passengers than the average car, but it was not easy to steer it, so it failed. The second invention is the radio hat. The radio hat was invented in Brooklyn, New York in 1949 by Victor Hoflich. It was originally named the Man from Mars radio hat. This strange invention was sold in department stores and by mail order. The hat advertised for 20 miles away, but sometimes it picked up further, and it made this loud squealing noise. The final invention that I will talk about is the cat meow machine. This weird invention was made in Japan in 1963. It was made to scare away mice, making 10 meows per minute. Every time it would meow, its eyes would light up, scaring the mice away. The cat meow machine was powered by a 2-watt motor. People say that the inventor either didn't know about mouse traps or if they just didn't want to hurt the mice. Well, those are the top 3 weirdest inventions in the world. I wonder what weird new invention will be created next. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, the Dynasphere sounds crazy. I wonder how they could steer it.
What about the brakes?
Next we have Avery talking about if aliens are real.
Thank you, Haley. Hi, I'm Avery. What do you think? Are aliens real? Since ancient times, there's been a written history of undefined objects and lights reported in the sky. Recently, 2 viral videos of 8 to 10 foot aliens were seen walking outside the Miami Mall on New Year's Day 2024. However, police officers on the scene state these sightings were just rumors and they were actually responding to a teenage girl. But is this a cover-up? The video does seem to show a tall object walking near the Bayside Mall. The more we learn about our solar system, the more confident we are that alien life form must exist. These alien forms may or may not be little green men-by organisms living on other worlds. According to a former worker at the Pentagon last summer, UFOs are real, and the U.S. government has tried to hide that there is non-human life on Earth. They've hidden this from us for over 100 years. More and more astronomers are looking to answer the question, is there anybody out there? Do we really want to know? Would they be friendly to us or try to destroy the world? How would the message be sent? Many people are trying to figure that out. If we reached out to message, what would happen if it were intelligent life forms? What would be the results? According to the late Stephen Hawking, it would not be a good idea. I personally think aliens do exist, and maybe they are friendly. What do you think? Back to you in the studio.
What? I never heard of there being a report of 10-foot aliens outside a mall in Miami.
Yeah, have you seen the video? There actually does look like aliens walking around.
Aren't they little green people? How are they 10 feet tall?
Next up, we have Chloe talking about Kentucky.
Thank you, Haley. Hi, my name is Chloe. Have you ever been to Kentucky? After you hear my report, you may want to visit this interesting state. One of the first famous events that happens in Kentucky is the Kentucky Derby. It always takes place on the first Saturday of May. This exciting race will be on May 4th this year. It is the 150th anniversary. Each year, 20 horses compete in the race. One of the really cool things you see at the Derby is the spectators' fancy hats. Both men and women wear hats. The fancier the better. Some are decorated with feathers, ribbons, and flowers, models of horses, and more. Someone even had a hat decorated with Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket. They are all different colors and sizes and are very interesting to look at. Another reason to visit Kentucky is this is where Kentucky Fried Chicken, the famous fast food restaurant, was founded by Colonel Sanders. People like this chicken because it is crispy and good. There are 116 Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurants in the state of Kentucky. KFC, as it is better known, has expanded around the country. There is even one right here in Londonderry. I recommend that you try it. Kentucky is also known for their Derby pie. It's a pie with pecans and walnuts and can remind you of a chocolate chip pie. It's warm and creamy. It also has a crust that is delicious. If you ever go to Kentucky, you should definitely try it. One last thing. Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was from Kentucky? If Lincoln is your favorite president, you may want to visit the National Historic Park, where you can visit and tour Abraham Lincoln's boyhood at home at Knob Creek. And you can go in the log cabin that he grew up in and visit pretty hiking trails and picnic areas. You may want to visit this unique and beautiful state for your next trip. I know I do. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Chloe. Makes me want KFC. Now for Jacob, talking about 5 forbidden places in the world.
Thanks, Knox. Hi, my name is Jacob. Did you know that there are 20 places on Earth where humans are forbidden to step foot on? Well, there are. Today I'm reporting 5 of these forbidden places. First up is the ancient cave of Lascaux, France. This is the famous cave that contains wall art drawn from cavemen from 17,000 years back. To preserve this art, the place has been banned from the public. The humidity and sweat coming off humans visiting this cave would appear to cause the wall art to disappear. A second forbidden place is Ilha da Guatemala in Brazil, known as Snake Island. The island is completely covered in snakes, measuring 1 snake for every square meter of the island. The island also houses golden lancehead vipers, the most dangerous snake in the world. If it bites you, its venom will melt flesh around the bite. Number 3, everyone should have heard of this U.S. military site, Area 51, located in Roswell, Nevada. It's reported to be a U.S. Air Force and CIA testing territory. Some believe that it's home to an alien UFO that crashed there. Only authorized personnel are allowed to step foot on the base. Next up is the Doomsday Vault, also known as the Global Seed Vault, located in Norway. The vault holds over 100 million plus seeds. The seeds are from all over the world and are to ensure the planet's vegetation survives for mankind if something bad happens to the planet. The 5th location is North Sentinel Island, located in India, in the Bay of the Bengal Sea. It is home of the indigenous natives known as the Sentinelese. These natives reject any contact with the outside world and are untouched by our civilization and technologies. They will attack any newcomers with arrows, and the famous explorer Marco Polo claims in his writing that they are cannibals, so I would stay clear of this island. Those are the 5 out of 20 forbidden places in the world. Hope you enjoyed today's report. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jacob. Thank God we have a seed vault just in case.
Now for Haley discussing the pop icon Taylor Swift.
Thanks, Knox. Hi, I'm Haley. Today I'll be reporting a feature story about the famous singer-songwriter Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was born December 13th, 1989. Taylor has loved music her whole life, and now she is performing on world tours. Taylor grew up on a Christmas tree farm. At 9 years old, Taylor started taking vocal and acting lessons. Her first album was called Taylor Swift. The most popular song from that album is Our Song. Then Taylor released her Fearless album. The most popular songs from Fearless are You Belong With Me, Love Story, and Fearless. When Taylor released her Speak Now album, everybody went crazy going to the store to get a CD or record. The most popular songs from the Speak Now album are Long Live or Enchanted. Then the album Red came out. The most popular songs from the album are 22, Red, and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. My personal favorite is 22. Next, the 1989 album came out. Most popular songs are Shake It Off, Bad Blood, and Blank Space. Shake It Off was a hit song on the movie Sing. My personal favorite album is Reputation. I like it because it's dark and it's my favorite color, black. The most popular songs are Ready For It, Look What You Made Me Do, and Don't Blame Me. Taylor went on a Reputation Stadium tour also.
Her next album was Lover. The most popular songs from the album are Lover, Cruel Summer, and The Man. Taylor also came out with the album Folklore and Evermore. The album's twins, they call it. The most popular songs from Folklore are Listed, Affairs, and August and Cardigan. And the most popular songs from Evermore are Willow and Champagne Problems. Lastly, her Midnight's album, another great one. And the best songs from Midnight's album are Lavender Haze, Anti-Hero, Bejeweled, and Karma. There's a brand new album coming out soon by Taylor Swift called The Tortured Poets Department. Some of the songs are Florida, I Can Do It With Broken Heart, and So Long London. Right now, Taylor Swift is on a tour called the Eras Tour, where she performs songs from all of her albums. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, I didn't know she was releasing a new album.
Now for Knox's future story on the 9/11 Hero Dog Tracker.
Thanks, Haley. Good morning, Londonderry. Hi, I am Knox. Today I'll be discussing Tracker, the dog who helped save 9/11 survivors. Tracker, along with his partner, retired officer James Symington, saved Janelle Guzman McMillan from the rubble of Ground Zero. Tracker was a trained sniffer dog from Halifax, Canada, who had retired along with his owner, James Symington. After the 9/11 attack, Tracker, who never lost his sniffer abilities, after retirement, Symington jumped into the car and drove to Ground Zero in Manhattan to help and aid in the recovery through the rubble of the Twin Towers. After restlessly searching for days, Tracker stopped in one spot, his tail going stiff. Though he was unable to locate the exact spot, he found a badge that belonged to office worker Janelle Guzman McMillan. They dug through the rubble and found her barely breathing, pinned to the body of a dead firefighter by a large pillar. She was pulled out by the police team there in Symington. She recovered in the hospital for 1 month before completely recovering. Ever since that day, Tracker has been celebrated as the hero dog of Ground Zero. 8 years later, Tracker started suffering from degenerative neurological disorder, probably due to chemicals from the rubble of the planes in the towers of Ground Zero. He sadly died shortly after in April 2009 from the disease. To carry on his legacy, his tissue was used to clone him into 5 puppies named Deja Vu, Trust, Valor, Prodigy, and Solace. The cloned puppies were born in June 2009. And thanks to Tracker, Janelle Guzman McMillan is alive today and well at the age of 52. When 9/11 happened, she was working there as an office worker. She was on the 64th floor of the first tower when she heard the first plane crash into the building. She ran down the stairs when the building collapsed on her. She was trapped, unable to move, pinned down by a pillar with only a small air pocket to breathe. She prayed for someone to rescue her, and after 26 long hours under the rubble, she was pulled out after being found by Tracker. Now she is part of the Red Cross and the 9/11 Tribute Center. Tracker's legacy isn't over, though. One of many attempts by Symington to keep Tracker's legacy alive is the creation of Team Tracker. Team Tracker is a team of highly trained sniffer dogs like Tracker sent out to help people all over the world after a disaster, whether it was natural or man-made. That is the story of Tracker, hero dog of 9/11. That's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed today's report. Back to you in the studio.
That's a wrap.
This is
Lesieures signing off.